Welcome, welcome. What's up, y'all? We are Ulon.Life. Yes, tonight we have a good show for you. Got my co-host in the house. What up, Kelly? Cal, what's up, man? Boy, all right. That's Calvin, and we have a special guest tonight, the one and only Testimony Tammy. Hey, now. So we're gonna get on to what Testimony Tammy does real quick. But before that, let me say that tonight's theme is very deep. We are going to be talking about, and let me get this perfectly right because people have been calling in from all over. Do you have that other thing? I get it to you. Let me make sure that we got this right because I want to make sure that everybody is mentioned and that we, kind of get into it exactly how it's going to go. But tonight's theme is about these websites that are pulling our younger youth in and actually having them commit suicide, but while it's live. A live stream. I don't know if you guys been hearing about this, but this is pretty deep. So we definitely want to cover this tonight, and I want to get saying a full thing out because I have a whole list of people. I got it. A whole list of people. And tonight's show is actually going to be dedicated to somebody that we know. And live, you're going to see our live stuff behind the scenes. And you guys at home, we love you. Just stay tuned. So tonight's theme is websites, and these are forums that encourage people to take their lives. They actually get conflicted individuals to go live, to live stream their own death. Okay? So, you guys, this is deep, and I wanted to dedicate tonight's show to Daniel Del Canto. All right, this is actually the son of a young brother who I actually went to school with, and his name was Ricky Del Canto. And this was also brought to the table by a good friend of mine, Matthew Crowley. Okay, so tonight's show is just dedicated to this young man. We're gonna give out some shout outs to some people who have recently passed away as well in a minute. But real quick, just wanted to give it up, to this young brother who lost his life 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Okay. And and it's deep, and I think that it's good that we bring it to the attention as parents, to the attention of the masses, that this is happening now, y'all. They are getting into the minds of these younger teenagers, and because everything is social media now, and so they want these younger brothers and sisters to live stream their own death, whether it work or not. So say, for instance, you're going to hang yourself. Right. Now, you don't know if it's going to break, or the chair might fall, or you might fall on the ground if it's not, they're not professionals. So some people live it. It's almost like playing Russian roulette, and it's supposed to be real big now, and they get these forums, and they dare you. Oh, I dare you, and they hype them up to do it. Oh, I'll do it, and a lot of these children have passed away.
I think that is such a tragedy.
That's crazy.
I really do. Like, how are the kids so influenced by social media like that? Where are the parents that to say, okay, this cannot happen?
Exactly.
Are they involved? It's sad. It's a really sad epidemic. And I've seen it online. I noticed it in at school. I'm a student as well, and they've talked about it at school, where kids are killing themselves left and right online. I noticed it too. I was like, wow, it's real scary. And
so
scary.
Tonight we do want to dedicate this show to Daniel and to his family. Just to say, we're sorry at Ulon because we know that this is never planned. A child should not go before the parent. It's just too tragic. It's too deep. Sometimes it's mind-boggling. We have all the killings in Chicago that's already going on, but now we have to worry about the internet. Come on, now you kidding me? So this show, man, Daniel and those other people that are mourning around the city, we love you, and wherever you are, we just want to send our love and our prayers up to the family, and stay strong. All right? Now, with that being said, we're going to shift the gears a little bit. Testimony Tammy in the house. Okay, so on a lighter note real quick, let me just say that I've been hearing about you everywhere. Testimony Tammy has been. First, let me kind of break the mold a little bit and give people a little insight about you. So you are an accomplished author.
Yes.
And you are also a CDC drug abuse counselor.
Yeah, CADC
Correct.
certified. Yeah.
There you go. Go and break it down.
I didn't mean
break
to.
it down. Break it
Yeah,
down.
CADC certified alcoholic and drug counselor.
Okay.
I work with the opioid population.
Okay.
That's a real, what they call it, a crisis. I don't feel like it's a crisis. I feel like it's been going on.
Right.
But when government put money into it, they call it a crisis. But so I work with the opioid population.
Okay.
That is where people that's addicted to heroin, they come in every day to get their methadone maintenance, and they come in and get counseling and treatment for a different life. So I do that daily.
Okay.
I'm certified in that. I have a degree in addiction studies, and I love the field. I love recovery.
Okay.
I love bringing hope and change to people. So that I feel like I'm called to do that.
You
That's
are
my
called.
passion.
You are called to do
Yeah.
this. This is exactly right up your alley,
Yeah.
and you have come to the right. Ulon definitely supports you. So I had
Yeah.
seen you, and you've been, watching the show, and
Yeah.
you reached out,
Yeah.
and you happen to be one of my, what do you call it, alma mater, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
from the land, from the CG, you know what I'm saying?
Creamy.
Exactly, 660. And it's just a pleasure to see somebody who comes from a place that I know the odds are against you. And to go through what you
Yeah.
went through and to make it. So let's cover real quick about the book. So you're also kind of like a motivational speaker in the sense that you go
Yes.
speak at places and
Yeah.
uplift people.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that, and especially our people at home on TV land and our
Okay.
live. What is it that you do exactly?
I do go out. I have an event coming up November 5th with the Nori Perspective Book Club, where I'm speaking. I'm doing a Q&A about what's involved in the book. I have 10 chapters in the book. The book is called From Bondage to Breakthroughs, My Lifestyle.
Okay.
So what bondage I was in, different bondages, whether it was going to jail, being on the news, doing drugs, whatever I've been through in my life, how did I change? How
Exactly.
did what happened to me drastically to say, hey, you know what, I gotta do something different now.
Wow. And so looking at you, I mean, a lot of, especially our younger viewers out there or women who may be going through something right now, and even just regular people who, are religious watchers of our show,
Okay.
they could look at you and they would not know
Oh,
that
they
you had
wouldn't.
been, to the penitentiary.
3 times.
3 times. See?
3 times.
No.
3
I had a
times.
hard head.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I had
and
a
the hard
hard
head
head.
make a soft woo, you know what, but you
Yeah.
turned it around like
Yeah.
I did. That's why we can relate so much, and that's why the love is so real, you know.
Yes.
And I
Authentic.
truly feel that you have been called
Yeah.
to preach, to speak, to get out the story
Yeah.
about what you've lived through, so that a younger version of you, or even someone, up in age, because it's never too late to change.
Yeah.
And I'm here to tell you that, because I
Yeah.
know, because I'm always on these streets, and I'm always dealing with the, the crowd, the people, the guys, the gang members, and
Yeah.
young to old. We've stopped a lot of people. Some we've lost,
Yeah.
but a majority we've helped out and we saved.
Yeah.
So, testimony, Tammy. In your, and we do have, a copy, of the books, and they're free, of course, come on.
Yes.
Mari said, certain things we have to go by guidelines here, y'all, so
Yeah.
respect that.
But free is as free as the purpose.
Oh, yeah, of course,
I
free
have
is
a
the purpose,
project
yes.
called 250 Project, and that's where I work with 2 different women ministries. They go into the Warrenville Youth Detention Center,
Okay.
and they also go into Cook County Jail and minister to the female inmates.
all right.
So I'm trying to get books into that, so
Okay.
my message could get into there.
Right.
Our backgrounds kind of hold us back from going in there and speaking, but if I can get the message in there, if I can get the book in there, the book
Right.
has the word of God
Okay,
in it,
right.
okay.
and my story infused in. So
And you know what I noticed, now kind of going through the book, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, I noticed that there are quotes through the book dealing with basically,
the word.
yeah, the word.
The word of God.
And
That's what's gonna change.
it's basically highlighted.
Yeah.
So there's quotes of scripture
Yeah.
in the book.
Yeah, and I highlighted it intentional. I told the publishers, please make it stand out. Please make it jump out. Because right now I feel like this generation, they not picking up the Bible.
No.
They not reading the word, and that's what's going to change your life. Change how you think. When you think different, you operate differently.
That's right.
So I feel as though if they get the word in their system, and sometimes they don't, it's not attractive. It's not appealing. It's not
Right.
sexy.
Nowadays society, right.
Yeah, so if they got a story that's correlating with it, like my story, they familiar with it. They familiar with going to jail, doing drugs, turning
Right.
up, partying. It's a lifestyle that come with that. So if they familiar with that and they can relate to it, and then you got a scripture going with it,
Right.
it might, it might solicit them to say, hey, I
Exactly.
want to read my Bible. I gotta
Right.
do something different. She did.
Right.
So that's the main purpose.
And if nothing at all, it plants seeds. It's planting seeds because later on in life they're gonna think about something and it's gonna remind them of that scripture.
Yeah,
it's
one
gonna
man
remind them of
plants.
that chapter. You know, so that's definitely a plus. And I commend you on that. So, Testimony Tammy, let me know a little bit about why did you even start writing this book? Where were you at when you started this book? Since I know that you've been incarcerated 3 different times, when did the book actually start? When did you say, you know what? Not only am I thought about this book, but I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna write this book.
In my kitchen. In my kitchen, okay? God say, you know what, it's time to sit down. You know, he'll give you an awakening. He'll give you an awakening in prison to like say, hey, you know what, this can't be my lifestyle. This is it. You know, this is my last time going and coming in and out of this system. So then when I got home, things started changing. I said, I wasn't gonna go. When I got out that final time, I didn't go straight to family house. You know, you go to family house, you do the same routine and stuff like that. I actually insinuated in going into a shelter. I said, you know what, I'm gonna do something different. I want to get into a different environment. I need change. So I went into a shelter on my own and just being in there and feeling it is heavy. It's different because you know I was a hustler. I have a chapter in my book called The Hustler. You know what I'm saying? I could pay some rent. I could make some money. You know, I don't need to be in no shelter. I could do this, but at the same time, I wanted something different.
Exactly.
So it was time to do something different. So that's what I did. I went into the shelter and then I just started going to school. That was the first step. God planted that seed to say, hey, you know what, I want to go to school. This can't be my life. I went to school, got my first degree. I'm finishing my second degree in June, you know. So that was just, God set me down and said, you know what, take a time out.
Hold on. First degree and you finished the second one in what?
In June.
I'll give it up.
Yes, I graduated in June.
Talking about, congrats. Tap it up.
Yes.
You know? Okay, so let me ask you this. With the substance abuse counseling, because I took that, you know. Yeah, I definitely took that. I got to go, you know what I'm saying? I just got to finish taking, you know, the statewide exam, of course. But I did notice that when you're teaching something as such, and I think we kind of briefly talked about this on the way.
Yeah.
Those who take the class know fake from fake and real recognize real. So I can definitely understand why you took it, but explain the motivation behind it. What made you want to reach out to others and help?
Drugs. It's a chapter in my book called Drugs, okay? Just because you may look different, we don't always look like what we've been through. And working in the methadone clinic and working in the field of recovery, I'm seeing 19, 18, 17, 16-year-olds coming there addicted to heroin, Xanax, MDMA. It's a party drug. These party drugs are addictive, and although they glamorize it and make it look popular, it's still addictive. You still, when you get off of it, they putting you on methadone to relieve your pain now.
Another drug.
And another drug, another stimuli. So it's like, okay, I need to be able to come in and say, hey, no, this is not normal. We need to do something different here. And I needed to be the face of that.
Okay.
I needed to do that.
All right.
So that's what solicited me to take the class and say, hey, you know what, this not cool. Because, you know, a lot of times you be in a group, so even in the penitentiary, you'll be in a group and they'll say, oh, I'm not addicted to heroin, so I'm not really that bad. Right. Or I'm not addicted to cocaine, I'm not really that bad. Right. Yeah, but on that pill.
Right, you got the heroin people, the cocaine people, the cocaine people,
the heroin people, you know. Yeah. But if the younger people taking the MDMA, they taking the ecstasy pill, everything on that.
Exactly.
And they don't know. They can get that long-term effects. They don't know that.
Exactly. Well, real quick, you know, we're going to continue with the story. For those people at home, we want to go into this overhead real quick. And we want to, you know what I'm saying, let people know that you can definitely call in 312-834-8020 if you know anybody who's looking for, who may be an ex-offender, who's looking for a job. We are definitely helping people when we're hiring people. Write that number down. Please don't call now. You know, please don't call now. You know what I'm saying? Wait till a little bit later and feel free to call on. You can leave a message, speak clearly, or you can reach out through the email eson1.pk@gmail.com, or you can go to the website Ulon.Life, the same name as our show. All right. So getting back real quick now, before we get any further, I do want to give out special shout outs because this is something that we like to do just to recognize the people, throughout our great city who may have recently passed. Sometimes we go as far back as a year, the summer. Some people who may have not got recognition before.
Okay.
Just so that name never is never forgotten.
Yeah.
You know, it's in cyberspace somewhere, and people can always look back at the show or whatever, just to show love and support to their families. Okay, so first I want to say, first and foremost, our boy Robert Scurry, who's some kin to Patricia and Kiki Scurry. Okay, so they were brought to the table with them. We also got Shanita Poston, all right, who's being brought to the table by Sherry Akins. Okay, so that's Shanita. Is it Poston? Yep, I'm pretty sure that's how it is. We got Lonnie Williford, all right, who's being brought to the table by Colin Cooper. Colin Cooper, okay? That's Lonnie Williford. All right, we love y'all, you know. We also have Viola Norris, who's been brought to the table by Mashana Norris, William Norris. Viola, we love you. All right, we got Jabari Davis. Now, Jabari was a very recent, I think this happened the day before the other day. Jabari was out west, a younger brother who was out west who got robbed for some weed. You know, they tried to stick this one, he didn't even have any weed, you know, they tried to rob him, and he fought back, and someone from nowhere just came and shot the young man in his chest. Okay? Over just trying to rob him for nothing, you know.
Wow.
And so, man, our heart is with this young man's family, and he was brought to the table by Shanita Davis. Okay? That's like family right there. Also, yes, Anita, okay. We got Melba Harris, you know, being brought to the table by my boy Michael Casillo. All right, Melba Harris, we love you. And then, of course, again, our show tonight is really dedicated, you know what I'm saying, to Daniel Del Canto, all right, and his father who went to school with us, Ricky Del Canto, and my close friend Matthew Crowley. Again, we have to talk about this because these websites that are out here, you know, we're going to touch back, you know, back and forth real quick, but the websites, I need the parents to understand that this is real because it's almost like an adrenaline fix. Yeah. And what happens is that these young teenagers are being lured in by almost a contest, by almost like putting on, you know, back in the day we would say, man, we put jumper cables on you, you know, to hype you up, you know, instigate. Yeah. So it's what they're doing is they pulling them in and saying, oh, you won't do this. It's like a dare, double dare, triple dare type of, you know, type of issue. And they put these jumper cables on these teens, and they're already kind of, you know, feeling bad a little bit, you know, and down. And they tell them, you don't need to be here anyway. You don't need to be here. Come on, man. You a waste. Yeah. You know, go and kill yourself. Come on. In fact, I dare to go live. Do it. In fact, do it this way, and be a bunch of people. Yeah. These are what we call forums. So if you got over like 500 people in the chat room daring you to do this, and then, you know, that's your 5 minutes of fame. That's your fault because everybody, you know, if you look at Instagram and say, for instance, what the young little kid's name, who 6ix9ine, and you know 6ix9ine, all these other, you know, rappers, and they have all these streams going up, you know, and all these hearts and stuff, and they go live and stuff, and you know, and so it's a big, you know, deal to them at that moment. You know, just like now, anything that come out about 6ix9ine is a big deal because, you know, he went through his little testimony thing. He told him this person. So now everyone's feeling that wrath of one guy. You know, he's trying to take down the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now you got these young kids who are in these forums, and just like 6ix9ine, people are coming at, oh, you won't kill yourself like this. Matter of fact, I dare you to take 20 pills right now. Yeah. Take 20 pills right now. Get it over with. And you know, I'm already, and then it come real smooth. You know. Your parents don't like you anyway. You don't need to be here. Your girlfriend left you. Your boyfriend don't care. Your boyfriend cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they come in, you know, with all these things and the streams of it. Yeah. It's coming. So all they doing is reading it, and they feeling bad. They remember teenagers go through that peer pressure. Remember that? Yeah. Remember that stage? Remember that stage of peer pressure? You know, you in high school. You just want to be in the in crowd. You came in there. So you always different. Yeah. And so now. That's the easy access to your mind. And these parents are coming home and their children are, you know, laying on the floor. So this young man, Daniel, we just want to say we love you. You know what I'm saying? We're sending much love to your family. Tonight's show is dedicated to those who are under the pressures of just the teen, you know, the pressure, peer pressure, and feeling to be the outcast. Yeah. You know, feeling to be the outcast. Parents, pay attention to what your child looks on, the URLs on the websites. Yeah. Pay attention to their cell phones.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Be more
cell
involved.
phones.
Right.
Be more involved. I would say that as well, because we're just paying for the phone bill, but we're not checking it and seeing
Checking
what's
it,
going
yeah,
on
right.
with this child. See how they doing in school. Coming up to the school, because we working 9 to 5. You know, I'm a single mom,
Right.
so I'm working constantly trying
Right.
to prepare and take care of my daughter. But then I need to know what's going on with her mentally.
Exactly.
Is she strong enough to handle life on life terms?
Right,
Is she strong
right.
enough to handle these situations
When you're not around.
when I'm not around?
Right.
Right.
Are you making the right decisions without me? You know, we need to be able to instill that in our child at a young age.
Exactly.
Are you making the right decisions when I'm not around?
And it's funny you say that because, and we kind of touched base on this earlier as well. Calvin, you know this as well. My son, you know what I'm saying, one of my sons, Maurice, whose birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Maurice. You know
Happy
what I'm saying?
birthday.
Oh, yeah, he getting
Happy
cute.
birthday. You know, yeah, he getting his hair cut right now. But one thing about Maurice is that he has, you know, hangs with, you know, some of his friends. So he has a friend, you know, and who comes over, and me being a parent, I always want to know what the other, if he's going to spend the night, I want to, you know, talk to the parent.
Right.
Okay.
It's mandatory. You know, my parents did it. You know, if Pete is having a sleepover, we're talking to the parents. And in the culture nowadays, especially in the inner city, there's so much lack of parenting that they don't even, like, he doesn't even, this younger child, I'm not going to say the name, of course, but this younger child doesn't live with his mom. He bounces back and forth to his grandmother's house.
Yeah.
So when he's with my son, Maurice, he just comes over and then just goes with the wind.
Yeah.
Comes in, goes out, it's nonchalant. So I'm always asking him, let me speak to your mom. If you're gonna spend the night, and if I call the mom, sometimes she cares. She won't, you know, answer the phone. And it hurts my heart.
Yeah, see, you
You
got
know-
that old school parenting in you.
Right.
And these millennial parents
Right.
is a different mindset. They just like, oh, baby, call me when you get there.
Right.
Right.
You know, so they're not contacting. Like you said, I reached
Exactly.
out to them.
I'm big on communication, even in a relationship. I'm
Yeah.
big on communication because I know that's the ground, the foundation of a sturdy relationship.
Yeah.
Even if it's with your woman, your child, your spouse, your mate, whatever it is, you know.
Yeah.
That's just me. Now, when I don't hear from the mother, it's hard for me to sleep. I get worried because even though they're out probably doing whatever, this poor child, like,
Yeah.
don't nobody even care that he's at my house. But I'm so glad to get them off the streets.
Yeah.
That's my point. Get them babies off the streets. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
But so I just wanted to say that those are the targets that I think our children, that the predators go after. Those babies who don't have the parenting, who are out there, like, say for instance, they bring home a straight A report card and nobody cares.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Sad. Yeah.
So that's why I do what I do. That's why Dad's house is always a sleepover place, because I'm not going to turn anybody around if they're willing to get off the street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's
That's a
why
different type of
that's
heart.
why this is so important right now, because I think that our youth in Chicago right now is going through an attention syndrome, meaning they need attention. Y'all.
Yeah, craving.
They
Craving it.
are craving
Yeah.
for attention. They are, the males are craving for male attention. The girls are craving for both, female and male attention.
Yeah.
You know, so my heart is really out there. I do want to say that for you people at home, I'm sorry that I know we got a lot of calls tonight, but we couldn't answer the phones tonight because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. But I will say that if you guys are going through anything at home, make sure that you call in 834-8020, 312-834-8020. You guys can write that down. You guys on our lives, 312-834-8020. Make sure that you reach out at any time, because we're always there to help somebody if they're going through any type of troubles.
And you know, the word that came to my mind was identity. These children they have a lack of identity. They don't know who they are. So they finding out through whichever means they can, seeking, looking, trying to find out who they are. So that's big. Like my daughter, she is in this group. She was in this group called Identity. Find your purpose. Find out who you are. Learn who you are. Learn yourself.
What is that? Is that that's not a dance?
That was a
or
teen
a
thing.
team? Okay.
Teen
Oh,
teen
okay.
Christian teens.
Okay.
But and they find their identity through Christ.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay.
if you're all over the place,
Right.
and the mom, the dad, if they not grounded in Christ, in God, or whoever their higher power is, then the kids just available.
Okay.
accessible to whatever social media says. You're impressionable when you're 19 and 14. You're impressionable. Whatever coming your way, you're trying to figure out, oh, okay, am I this? Do I like that? You're still
Right.
trying to figure yourself out. You learning yourself.
Right.
So then you hopping on these forums, you hopping on these websites, and now, oh, this is a big deal. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. And you're trying to blend in.
Right.
So I think identity crisis is a big deal too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, real quick, testimony, Tammy. How can they get in touch with you? If somebody wants to get their copy of the book, or if somebody wants you to come speak somewhere, how can people at home in our lives, how can they get in touch with Testimony Tammy?
Well, Testimony Tammy on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram,
And it's
Twitter.
spelled the regular way.
Yeah, Testimony Tammy.
Tammy's with 2 M's?
Yes.
Okay.
Tammy.
Okay.
Testimony Tammy, and I'm always responding back. I'm always available to events and set up a schedule. Right now I have like the 250 project. Did I discuss that already? The
Yeah,
250 project.
Tell
and
me
then,
again real quick.
I'm also the 250 project is where I have 2 different ministries. That go into the women's prison. They're going into Cook County Jail, and they're also going into the Children's Warrenville Youth Detention Center. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And they're taking books in. They're getting the message in there as well. So that's a big part of what I do. But they can also I have a podcast called Be Attitudes on Anchor FM, where I speak about all women's issues. Everything
Okay.
what's going on, whatever you got, women. Not y'all.
Okay.
Whatever.
That's
Women's
okay.
issues all the time. Women's
Cut us
issues
out.
all the time. But
Clear that up.
giving my part, my view, and
Right.
how God views it.
Right.
So that's what I'm always big on, just sharing the word of God in
right.
that whatever situation that a woman is going through.
Well, listen up. We are getting ready to wrap it up, man. We have a really good show tonight because I want you guys to pay attention again to the parents. Pay attention to your people's, especially your children's cell phones and the URLs, meaning what do they do on the laptops and the computers. Make sure they're not in these certain type of different chat rooms. Kelly Calvin, you got any shout outs real quick? I know you got some shout outs. You know, we're going to do our
Yeah, I
shout
got
outs.
a shout out to my mom, my sister, wherever she at, but my nephew, he gun violence
Oh, wow.
in June. My sister lost all 3 of her kids, so
Wow.
this was her last child. So I kind of feel her pain, but we being strong.
Yeah, we definitely going to keep them in prayers, big time.
Yeah.
Tammy, shout outs real quick.
I would like to just shout out the women. The women, whatever they're going through right now, it may be a difficult time, it may be a difficult season, or whatever street life they're going through right now, is something different for you. God got more in store. So I would like to shout them out.
And shout out that little beautiful lady over there.
And my daughter, she is definitely my rock, my supporter. And shout out my 6-week challenge sisters over at Bike Kettle. They getting me together.
Right. Okay, well, that's what's up. I just want to give a quick shout out, again to my son Maurice, man, happy birthday. We love you.
Happy birthday.
You know what I'm saying? That special, someone Tib, you know who you are, got number love for you, baby girl, of course. And, of course, all my Keller clan, those Kellers out there, keep moving. And, of course, the Ulon. Ulon is always in the building. We love you. And, again, the main thing is keep your head up out there, man. Put Yeshua first, man. God will never let you down. Each one teach one. And
Yes.
don't stop there. Love y'all. Holla.
Love y'all.
Peace. One for life.